Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have one here from Hobbymaster from their 172 Air Power series in 1/72nd scale diecast, of course. And we have ourselves a Northrop F-5E Tiger II from Tentera Udara Diraja Malaysia, or the Royal Malaysian Air Force. And I think we'll just call it the Royal Malaysian Air Force from now on, so I don't butcher the Malaysian language any further. Now, this particular aircraft here is from 11 Squadron, and the Malaysian Air Force was actually created in 1958. Their lineage was from the Malaysian Auxiliary Air Force that was formed in 1934 within the RAF. Now, 11 Squadron was formed in 1969, but it would be disbanded in 1975. But it then would be reformed again in 1983, as in 1982, Malaysia bought 14 F-5 Tiger IIs off the US, and it did reform 11 Squadron to fly those. Now, let's open up this box and check that out. That does look pretty cool. Oh, look at that color scheme. That looks awesome. Now, I bought this off Amazon for, it was $97, and that was including the delivery. So, well, I suppose we better talk less about this and open this box up. So we will do that right now. Let's get this F5 in our hands and have a real good look at it. All right, with the Tiger out of the box, it does come with the usual Hobbymaster stand, and we will get the lid off and have a little look at these. So it does look to come with some ordnance, like some bombs and some Maverick missiles, some tanks. Canopy piece there in that little baggie. We'll move that out of the way, and it does look to have the landing gear options there, so gear down, gear up, and a little pilot figure too. And that awesome looking little F5 in there. That does look sweet. All right. Oh, this comes out nice and easy. Oh, that looks absolutely awesome. We'll move this packet out of the way and check out this nice little Tiger II in the bare bones. And boy, this livery looks really cool. I like the camouflage scheme. That looks awesome. And it's got some great markings on that back tail there. That looks fantastic. The panel lines and everything look really good. Yeah, this little F5 looks nice. Very nice. Well, let's see if we can get this off, which we can. That looks fantastic in there. It's got some great gauge detail. That looks pretty cool. Hopefully you can see that. We'll put that canopy back on there. Yeah, that looks fantastic. Let us spin this around. It's a little agile fighter. It's got the Malaysian markings there. That looks really nice. Some sidewinders already on it. Some pretty mild engine details there. Nothing too overly detailed. Let's have a little look underneath. The details underneath are really good. It's got the slots there for your weapon stores that we need to put on, and of course it's got an arrestor hook there, although these are not carrier based. It's probably for shorter runways. Very nice. Oh, what we'll do is we'll kit this out with some landing gear options and come right back to check out this Tiger a bit more complete. Alrighty, here's the F5 kitted out. As per, I suppose, the box, there are no instructions. So as per images on the interwebs, I kitted it out how it is shown. And this is in flight, obviously. So you just put the main gear bay door cover section in. It's one large piece. And then just a little one for the nose, and that is job done. You put your central fuel tank right there, and there's your stand hole, so you know what's going to happen there. And then you put your other tanks on underneath the wing, and you do put your bombs on the points here. You do get another set of ordnance to put on there, some missiles. They look like Maverick missiles, so I'm assuming you can swap them out with the tanks, because the pylons look the same as the ones on the tanks. They look different to the ones where the bombs are on. So I'm assuming if you're going to swap them out, you've got to swap out the tanks with the Maverick missiles for it to be able to carry them. I'm not 100% sure. As I said, there is no instructions, but this is how your awesome looking little F5 for the Royal Malaysian Air Force will look. And this looks pretty cool. I like the whole camo. That is a very interesting camo scheme, and I like it. I really do. And of course, if you do want to put it on a stand, because you do, because it's in flight, you do have to remove that fuel tank there so you can get access to that little stand hole. This is your 3-piece stand that you do get. And then you put it in that little hole. And that's your little F5 set up for in-flight on your stand for ready to display on your shelf or cabinet, of course. Look, overall, this build is really nice. I reckon this looks fantastic. The whole colour scheme and everything on it is really good. And the quality of the build and fitment of everything went together nicely. And I reckon it looks pretty cool. But, of course, it's not the way I like to see mine. So we need to put some landing gear on this, don't we? So what we'll do is we'll go off and we'll chuck some gear down on this. And we'll chuck those Mavericks on as well, so you can check them out on the aircraft. And we'll be right back in a moment. All right, we are back with gear down. A very straightforward process. You do put your central tank back on, because once you've put the main landing gear on, which is just one big piece, that is just one big module that you just drop straight in. The actual wheels do roll as well, which is pretty cool if you do like to roll your aircraft around. And you do put that nose module in, which is all one piece, and that rolls around as well. And that is job done with the landing gear installed, and very straightforward, real easy to do. I did put the Mavericks on, took the tanks off, obviously, kept those bombs on there because we'll keep this kitted out all offensive, I reckon, and I reckon it does set up very nice. And it does have that open cockpit option that you can put on, so you can check out a little bit of that detail inside there, which is really nice. This whole build is a really good looking F5. I really enjoy it. And of course, this is our first Malaysian aircraft, so I'm pretty happy about that too. I do like to do videos on all air forces around the world if I can possibly do it, and manage to get my hands on some. So if I do have any Malaysian viewers, this one's for you. So I reckon it is a very nice one. We'll put it on the deck and see how it sits on its gear. Beautiful. That is a really nice, and look, sausage finger test, these little F5s are not the hugest of aircraft, but what they do lack in size, they do make up big time in quality and character. I reckon these are nice little units for sure. But with that, I will wind up the video, so you don't have to put up with me anymore. But if you did like this at all, throw us one of those if you can find that like button down there. And of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. I'll do the usual, take some photos of this awesome looking Tiger II and chuck them on at the end of the video, and you can see this great looking aircraft without my fingers all over it, and have a little look at some detailed photos. Alrighty, thank you so much for spending your valuable time watching the video. I hope you enjoyed this Royal Malaysian F-5 Tiger II. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.